What's going on, everybody? Have you ever wanted to make a Christmas treat that not only tastes delicious, but would also help you to pack on some mad muscle during the holidays? Well, I have. It's what I've always wanted, and I didn't think it was possible until right now. With Christmas fast approaching, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a high protein cheesecake that's gonna be perfect for the holiday season. And trust me when I say you're not gonna wanna share this one with your family and friends. Because you're gonna eat the whole thing yourself. This recipe is super easy to make. It's only got about 6 ingredients, and I'm gonna put a whole list of the ingredients down below so you guys can just take a screenshot and take that shopping with you, and then you know exactly what you need to get so you can successfully create this yourself. The best part about this recipe is it's got a whole 21 grams of protein, only 7 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat, totaling 222 calories. As per usual, please smash the like button down below as it really supports me and the channel, and let's get into it. All right, so some of the items you're gonna need to actually create this is gonna be a mixer, an electric mixer. You're gonna need a scale so you can scale out some of the ingredients, spatula, whisk, some parchment paper, 2 mixing bowls, and then we want a 6 to 8 inch cake pan for that thick cake, baby. Let's get it. Ingredients wise, we're gonna use some light cream cheese, some 0% fat Greek yogurt, 2 large eggs, some salt, some Splenda, or it could be stevia. It's really the sweetener of your choice here, and some protein powder. Once again, the way to flavor this is if you don't want chocolate, you can just use any type of protein powder, and that's gonna flavor the cake differently. So if you're not a fan of chocolate, go ahead and use any other protein powder. And then also, I'm gonna be throwing in some peppermint extract. This is completely optional though. If you don't like peppermint, then don't need to throw that in there. So the first thing we're gonna get out here, guys, is our food scale. That's just so we can measure the Greek yogurt and the cream cheese. What I actually like to do is I like to combine the Greek yogurt and cream cheese in one bowl first, and then actually do the eggs and the protein in a separate bowl, because I find it just mixes a lot more nicely. If you do it all at once, sometimes it can become a bit chunky. You might not get the product that you want in the end. So we're gonna start off here by just turning on the food scale and getting our cream cheese out. I've got the one that's in the cubes here. You can have it, you know, any way you want though. These are just the ones that I ended up picking up. One of those is 250. Okay, perfect. So that is that. So now we're gonna add in our Greek yogurt, 350 grams. Let's just mix this up. Okay, so we're gonna put that to the side now, and we're gonna do our eggs and our protein quickly. So 2 large eggs, that's all you need here. Beautiful. We're gonna grab our protein now. I'm just using a Bio-X chocolate protein. So like I said before, guys, you can really use any type of protein powder that you want. I'm using 2 scoops of Bio-X chocolate, but any brand will do, and I'm just gonna whisk this all together. Should become a nice thick paste by the end. And it'll take a second for it to all kind of amalgamate. And this is really so that it doesn't get grainy. It doesn't get, you know, too chunky when you're actually mixing it up initially. We want to make that nice kind of chocolatey paste with the eggs and the protein. That's looking pretty good to me. Once again, just make sure you get all the excess off of the whisk here before you actually spatula it into the other bowl. Now that we have our beautiful chocolatey paste, we're gonna go ahead and actually put that into our cream cheese Greek yogurt mix. And then we can actually add our other ingredients and mix it all together. You might need to grab an additional spoon or something here because it is pretty thick, just so that you can scrape everything off of the spatula. We got everything together there. We're now gonna add our sweetener and a little bit of salt. So I'm using Splenda. Like I said before, you could use stevia or any other sort of sugar substitute. There's a lot of argument on whether or not, you know, artificial sweeteners are bad for you. In this case, I still think that this is gonna be a better option than going with a lot of real sugar. So feel free to, feel free to argue that in the comments though. All right, so we're gonna do a 3/4 cup of sweetener. Just like so. For the salt, we're just doing a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So not a ton. There we go. And then, like I said, if you'd like to, you can add a little bit of peppermint. I am going to add it today. And then for this, we're just doing a single teaspoon of pure peppermint extract. Like I said before, guys, you could do vanilla extract. You could add some sort of another extract if you wanted to make a different flavor cake. But since we're kind of doing a chocolate peppermint candy cane Christmas cake, that's why we're doing that today. And then we're just gonna mix this all together again. Start low. All right, awesome guys. So when you're mixing that, you're gonna wanna mix it for about 2 minutes-ish, just so everything's nice and combined and there's no chunks at all. All right, now we've got everything mixed together, we're just gonna put it into the cake pan. So you're gonna wanna spray your cake pan with a little bit of cooking spray here. Basically just make sure it coats the entire pan, the edges. And then we're actually gonna take some parchment paper and just line the pan with parchment paper. You really don't want your cheesecake sticking to the pan, and parchment paper is basically a guaranteed way to make sure that doesn't happen. And just do your best when you're trying to put this in here. I mean, I'm not a professional at doing this at all, but just, you know, try to get it in there as much as you can. Try to get it flush to the edges as much as you can, so you get like a nice round shape. That should do. And then I usually give it a little spray on the inside of the paper as well, just for good measure. All right, perfect. So now that we've got that sprayed, we're just gonna put the cake into the tin. Oh yeah, look at that thick batter. So yeah, use your spatula, scrape all that out. Make sure it's even in the cake pan as well. All right, so now this guy is ready to be popped into the oven. We're gonna cook it at 30 minutes at 325, followed by 50 minutes at 200 degrees. All right. Come here, boy. All right guys, it's done. I also decided to top mine with a little bit of candy cane just because it's Christmas and I wanted to spruce it up a little bit. All we have to do now is we have to let it cool. We have to put it into the fridge for a little bit as well so it gets nice and cold, and then we'll have a little taste test, see how it tastes. All right guys, now it's time to do a little taste test, see how this bad boy turned out. Oh. A little candy cane crunch. Texture is very good. I'm definitely going to eat this entire piece right now. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe as much as I do. And if you enjoyed it, please come back to the channel and subscribe because I'm gonna be releasing more recipes, full workouts, mobility tips, and much more. Merry Christmas, everyone.